she's fine.
I'm an outcast.
I don't give a crap!
I had a pretty rough 2 weeks. Today was the worst day of my life.
You have hit me! Get out!
12 emotional moments from Season 1. I will explain the gossip. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. The stakes were high, the tears were real, and the meltdowns were absolutely unforgettable. Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition Season 1 wasn't just about crowning a winner. It was about surviving Abby Lee Miller's psychological warfare, shady production twists, and backstage drama that made dance moms look tame. Let's dive into the juiciest emotional moments that had fans screaming, crying, and clutching their pearls. From day one, Madison was the girl to beat. Clean technique, flawless performances, and Abby's early favorite. But behind that polished exterior, Madison was crumbling under the pressure. When Abby ripped into her after a solo, coldly telling her she expected more, Madison completely broke down backstage, sobbing, hyperventilating. The works. Eyes gossip alert. Crew members allegedly had to pause filming because Madison was shaking so badly. Rumor has it Abby barely blinked, coldly muttering, "She needs thicker skin if she's ever going to survive this business." Ouch. Little Asia Monet Ray was a firecracker, but even the tiniest star couldn't avoid the dangers of pushing too hard. When Asia tweaked her leg during a rehearsal, everyone panicked, except Abby. Abby's reaction? Suck it up. If you want to be a star, you dance through it. Asia wiped away tears, gritted her teeth, and nailed her performance anyway, but fans were furious. Speech balloon backstage whispers. Some moms allegedly considered pulling their kids from the competition after seeing how injuries were brushed off for good TV. Sweet, talented Lexine getting sent home? Nobody saw it coming. Even the judges seemed low-key uncomfortable when her name was called. High-voltage gossip explosion. Word on the street was that Lexine's mom wasn't bringing enough backstage drama for producers. No fights, no drama, no screaming matches equals no airtime equals suddenly eliminated. Coincidence? Doubt it. When Jordan's score slipped, her mom absolutely lost it backstage, and the cameras caught just enough of the chaos. Eyes what you didn't see. Multiple moms had to physically pull her away from producers after a screaming match over unfair scoring. Allegedly, security was almost called. Let's just say, Abby loved every second of the meltdown. Hadley started strong, until Abby decided to zero in on her. Every little mistake was publicly ripped apart. "You're good," Abby sneered once, "but you'll never be great at this rate." Broken heart behind the scenes. Hadley reportedly broke down between takes, sobbing to her mom that she was never going to be enough. Cue every viewer's heart breaking into a million pieces. When Dance Moms fans heard Abby Lee Miller was launching a solo spin-off show, Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, we knew it would be messy. But nothing prepared us for just how savage Season 1 would get. This wasn't just about pirouettes and pretty solos. It was a full-blown survival game, complete with sabotage, tears, and emotional breakdowns that had even the judges squirming. 12 dancers walked into that audition room dreaming of fame. What they didn't know, they were signing up for Abby's most brutal mind games yet. And the moms? Oh honey, if you thought Dance Moms was chaotic, wait until you hear the real stories from backstage at AUDC. Flushed face. The prize, $100,000 and a scholarship to the prestigious Joffrey Ballet School. The cost, their sanity. Here's a deep dive into the 12 emotional moments that rocked Season 1, the ones fans still whisper about to this day. Madison, the early frontrunner, was basically built in a lab to win AUDC. Technical perfection, fierce focus, clean lines. But perfection wasn't enough for Abby. During a group number critique, Abby stared straight at Madison and delivered the coldest, most soul-crushing line of the season. Good technique can only take you so far. I want more. Madison's face crumbled in real time. Later backstage, the tears she tried so hard to hide spilled out, Vlon sobbing into her mom's arms. Eyes insider gossip. A producer allegedly had to step in and delay filming because Madison couldn't stop hyperventilating. Some crew members even felt Abby had crossed the line, But Abby? She reportedly told them, "This is what separates stars from amateurs." Ice cold. Tiny powerhouse Asia Monet Ray was only 7 years old when she stepped onto that stage, but she danced with the fierceness of a grown professional. Mid-rehearsal during a jazz routine, disaster struck. Asia twisted her ankle badly. Cue the moms freaking out. Cue the producers huddling. Cue Abby rolling her eyes like, "Injury? What injury?" Asia, through tears, insisted on performing anyway, and Abby, never one to coddle, famously shrugged and said, "Suck it up. You're fine. The audience doesn't care if you're hurting." Speech balloon backstage whispers. Asia's mom was furious behind the scenes, allegedly threatening to pull Asia from the show entirely if producers didn't at least allow Asia to rest between numbers. Spoiler alert, production encouraged Asia to stay in, because a dramatic comeback story equals ratings gold. And that night, Asia danced like nothing happened, earning a standing ovation. Iconic but terrifying. Everyone loved Lexine, sweet, talented, never messy backstage. And that might have been the problem. During a contemporary group number, Lexine danced beautifully, but it wasn't enough. When Abby called her name for elimination, even the other kids looked stunned. What fans didn't see. Multiple moms were overheard backstage saying Lexine's cut had nothing to do with her talent, and everything to do with her lack of TV drama. Producers allegedly needed bigger personalities moving forward. Translation: if you weren't stirring the pot, you were disposable. Lexine left with dignity, and a lot of broken hearts in the audience. Jordan was one of the most talented tappers of the season, but after a rough performance week, the scores didn't go her way. Backstage, Jordan's mom lost her mind. Flushed face. She screamed at producers, accused the judges of playing favorites, and reportedly got so heated that security had to be called, though it wasn't shown on camera. Eyes extra tea. Rumor has it Jordan's mom threatened to sue for unfair treatment and accused the show of being rigged for Madison to win. Obviously that didn't happen, but the vibe backstage that night? Nuclear. Abby? She watched it all unfold with a smirk, sipping her soda like it was movie night. Hadley was strong, poised, and ready to go far, until Abby locked onto her. Every week, no matter how well Hadley performed, Abby would slice her apart. Too stiff. Too fake. Forgettable. It worked. By episode 5, Hadley was a shadow of herself, visibly shaking before every performance. Speech balloon backstage talk. Some insiders said Abby deliberately broke Hadley down because she was too polished and didn't have enough TV sparkle like Asia or Madison. Hadley's mom begged her to stay strong, but you could see it, Hadley was drowning in self-doubt. Sweet Zach Torres, the lone male dancer left standing, took a huge risk mid-season. He talked back to Abby. After a jazz performance Abby deemed boring, Zach politely but firmly said, "I thought I did my best and I'm proud of it." Eyes dead silence. Everyone backstage froze, waiting for Abby to unleash the fury. Instead, Abby smiled slightly and said, "Confidence. You'll need it, but you'll also need humility." Speech balloon crew tea. Abby later told producers off camera that she respected Zach more than most of the girls, but couldn't let the others see that. Because control? That's Abby's real game. Tua Tavaga was one of the most lovable, sunny personalities in the cast, which made her elimination extra brutal. After a lyrical solo, the judges praised her, but Abby wasn't impressed. Good enough isn't good enough for this stage. Tua broke down before she even left the stage. Her mom sobbed. Half the girls hugged her goodbye through tears. Speech balloon insider tip. Production had Tua penciled in for top 5 at the start of the season, but when other dancers started bringing more drama, priorities shifted. Heartbreaking. After her early breakdown, Madison clawed her way back. Abby dared her to show passion, not just perfection, and Madison delivered a powerhouse solo that even had Abby, momentarily, praising her. Eyes off camera scoop. Abby reportedly told producers that, "This is the Madison I was waiting for," but warned that if Madison slipped again, she'd rip her apart on camera. No pressure, right?